How would you like to know how to carry yourself as a man in such a way that it restores your relationship to its fullness? That you're making your woman feel special and you're giving her a message that you're there for her no matter what. So this lesson I have for you today, I learned a lot of this the hard way because I remember early on in my relationship with my wife, I was trying to carry myself in such a way that was probably comparable to John Wayne. John Wayne the cowboy, in case some of you don't know. And John Wayne was a man's man who knew how to treat a lady. He might dump her in a horse trough if she had it coming, but overall he had respect for women. And after I did figure out some of these concepts that I've been teaching y'all in these videos, like certainty, that's the number one need of a woman. After I did figure all this out and carrying the cans and being a rock and some of these other things that I teach, I was watching the movie Braveheart. Have you ever seen that movie? Hopefully you've seen it many times, and if you've never seen it, I need you to watch this movie. It is worth your time. And if you have watched it, maybe watch it again, because if you've seen it, you know you liked it, so watch it again. I can't tell you to go watch a John Wayne movie and replicate what you see, because he is too rough around the edges. But I can say go watch Braveheart, and that's exactly what I'm trying to teach you guys. I love Mel Gibson in this movie. He is cool the entire movie. He is cool with his friends, he's cool with the lady, he's cool with the enemy. On the battlefield where he's painted blue and got blood all over him, he still has this poised awareness of everything happening around him. He even dies cool. You can't die any cooler than he dies in that movie, and don't worry, that doesn't ruin the movie for you. And when I say cool, what I mean by that is he's confident, he's poised, he thinks before he speaks, he has a sense of humor, he's just cool. And whenever he's talking to anybody, whether it's the big redheaded friend of his, Seamus, he listens to him, and then when he's finished, then he responds. Like at the end of the movie, there's this scene where the princess is trying to get him to drink some painkillers so his death won't be as painful. And when she's finished talking, he looks at her and he says, you know, well, every man dies. Not every man really lives. You know? He doesn't get all aggravated and go, I don't want to drink the painkiller, you know? He just stays cool. So, you know, a lot of times in churches we're teaching WWJD, you know, what would Jesus do? A lot of times as a marriage therapist, I'm teaching guys, you know, what would Braveheart do? And it's a really good example of how a man should carry himself. See, women have understood this whole concept about certainty and being her rock and all. They've understood that since they were little. But I'll see some men, they're 75 years old and still haven't figured it out. And which means for us, there's not a lot of examples for this. And so I like the movie because it gives you a visual of what you need to be doing. And when you watch the movie, pay attention to how he sets his shoulders, his eye contact, and his tonality. Now, he does go psycho in one scene. Delete that from what I'm trying to say. But overall, it's a really good message of how to posture yourself. When it comes to communication and you break it down, 55% of communication is your body language. And this is true for the ladies as well. But 55% of it is your body language. How you sit, how you stand, whether or not your arms and legs are crossed, your eye contact. We all know that is actions speak louder than words. 38% of communication is your tone of voice, the highs and lows of your voice, which leaves only 7%, which are the words, which very clearly says it's not so much what you say, it's how you say it. And because you could take something like I love you, most of us want to hear I love you, but when you say it with negative body language and a negative tone, like I love you, I mean, it sounds more like I hate you. But most of us want to hear I love you, but not that way. And so if your partner, guys, if your lady is ever upset and you don't really know, you might not even understand what she's upset about, you can just ask yourself, what would Braveheart do? And you go into this physiology and tonality, and that'll knock out most of it right there just by how you carry yourself. That you're not being intimidating or you're not shutting down and your tone is relaxed and well modulated. That's a large part of it. So even if you don't even understand, you can even at the end of it, when she's finished talking, you can say, look, I know you need me to tell you I understand what you just said, but I don't. But I'll think about it and I'll get back to you. That works a whole lot better than you just blowing up and telling her to shut up. So if you haven't watched the movie, watch it. If you have, watch it again. and just be mindful of this positioning. Thank you guys for tuning into this episode. Y'all stay strong. And I hadn't said this in a while, but if you hadn't already subscribed, please do so and pass these along to people, because you may or may not know, part of my motivation in doing this is I'm just trying to reach more people and make a larger contribution than I can just within my little pocket of South Georgia and North Florida. When I've written some books, and as a result of doing that, people contact me from all over the place, and I wasn't really able to be there for all of them. And this is a way to help me reach more people who might benefit from some of the things that I've learned the hard way and that I teach to my clients. And so if you know somebody who might benefit from these, please forward them on and encourage them to pass them on as well. Thank you very much. Y'all stay strong.